Hello, Bashar. My name's Amuda and I'm from Melbourne, Australia. My question to you today is about sexual energy, and I'm just wanting to know what your perspective is on that, how we can channel it in a way that is honoring us and those around us most. For example, I understand it could be interpreted as just creative energy, so putting that into a passion project or something like that. But I'm wondering if there are ways that it can be misused and how to navigate through that as well. Thank you.
Just about anything can be misused. All you have to do is be authentic within yourself and have the discernment to tell the difference when you are acting on something from excitement or acting out of anxiety. If you can determine that and have discernment within yourself about which energy you are using, then as long as you are acting out of your true excitement and not anxiety, not negative or fear-based beliefs, then you can move forward in an authentic way and apply it however you wish in your society.
Good day, Bashar.
What would you like to discuss this day?
Well, it is really a good day communicating with you. It's been a while. Well, my first question is you talking about removing the fear-based beliefs. I'm having some challenges in that regard. No matter what modality I use, like meditations, therapy, or digging deep, they still creep up. They still come up. And
they may continue to do so as long as you believe that they serve you somehow. Remember, that's the motivational mechanism. You don't hold on to something at all, ever, unless you have a belief that says it's somehow better to hold on to it than the alternative. So you have to allow yourself to understand, what is it you're getting out of holding on to it? What benefit do you believe you're getting by holding on to those negative beliefs as opposed to the alternative? If you're making the alternative seem scarier, then you will continue to hold on to the beliefs that you have, no matter how uncomfortable they may be, because you're making the alternative seem worse. So you don't do anything that you don't believe benefits you. So even though you may intellectually know that these negative beliefs don't benefit you, you will continue to hold on to them and they will continue to crop up as long as you have a belief that the alternative is worse.
And how would I get to the point where I actually realize that?
Well, can you give us a specific instance in which you find that you are still experiencing these fear-based beliefs?
Yes, for example, there has been a lot of cancer in the family. None of them are genetic, but the fact that we have to go for checkups and stuff every single time, the anxiety, the fear of what if really.
All right. So let's address that. So what if you actually wind up having cancer? Why are you afraid of that?
Well, I have witnessed all the pain, the suffering, and
all right.
Everyone.
You understand that pain is resistance to the situation at hand. If you allow yourself to have no resistance, there is no pain. Do you believe that it's possible that getting cancer can actually benefit someone, can actually serve someone in a certain way? Do you believe that that might be possible?
Yes, that is possible.
Well, if it is possible in your mind, then why are you afraid of it if you know that it can serve you?
Because most of the time I see the negative experience more.
What have they got to do with you?
Okay.
What have they got to do with you? What are their choices have to do with your choices? Just because someone may not allow themselves to experience the idea in a beneficial, positive way What does that mean with regard to the choices you could make in the same situation? Could you not make different choices? Could you not understand it in a different way? Could you not give it a different definition for yourself, regardless of what someone else may have experienced?
Yes, I guess so.
Well, then why are you holding on to the idea that the only choice for you is something similar to what they chose?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know. That's why I said it. Does that help alleviate the fear to some degree? Knowing that you could make a different choice of how to experience something like that, should it occur?
Yes.
It could serve you in a variety of ways if you allow it to. And the idea really, paradoxically, is that being willing to know that you can do that you can make a different choice, actually reduces the need to have that experience. Because it may be that the only reason those people are having the painful version of that experience is they're simply not willing to allow it to serve them in a positive way. But you could learn similar lessons by doing something else. If you're willing to accept all things as having a reason for being there that could serve you, then you can have the freedom to choose other ways in which to learn the same lessons rather than being resistant to any particular way that might crop up, knowing that anything can serve you if you stay in a positive state. This is why we talk about the formula, and one of the principles in the formula being stay in a positive state no matter what happens. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to extract a benefit from it. You're only going to experience it in a negative way. But if you understand the importance and the relevance of knowing anything can serve you in a positive way, if you let it, you can figure out how it might be serving you or even serving others that you have that particular experience, then it really doesn't matter what happens, and you can relax about the idea and not be tense or anxious about any particular thing happening, because you know and understand how the formula works, and you know and understand that by assigning a more positive effect to this idea, that it can serve you in a positive way and serve others in a positive way. And so why would you care what happens? Does that help you?
Yes, a lot.
All right. Do you feel a little bit more relaxed?
Yes.
Take a deep breath in and let it out. So, anything else?
Yes. Few years ago, you told me that I'm participating in the hybridization program,
Yes.
acclimating the children.
Yes, teaching them about life on Earth. Yes.
Yes. Any update on that? Where I am?
Well, it's still going on, but it is getting closer, which is why we have called this particular transmission 1 minute to midnight. Tick tock, it's not so far away. Get on about aligning yourself with who you truly are and recognize that you are this close to contact.
Am I going to be able to meet some of those children?
Potentially. We can't say for sure, but potentially there is a high probability.
All right. And also, I've had this vivid dream a few years back that there was a spacecraft right in the backyard. The stairs were down, and a male figure was standing on top with like a bleach blonde long hair, like waiting for me or something.
Yes.
Can you shed some light on that?
This is a reflection of your Pleiadian connection.
Oh, I thought so. Oh, wow. Thanks for confirming that.
Yes. Anything else?
Yes. When in Egypt, in the Giza pyramids, when I touched the walls, I was going through time so fast, like back in time.
Yes.
I don't know what was happening in that moment.
Well, it's not uncommon. The idea of the Great Pyramid is a generator of energy, even though it's not necessarily functioning in the way that it used to. it still is capable of generating fluctuations in space, fluctuations in time. It has the ability to pop a person out of the space-time continuum into the astral realm as well, when the person is in the right frame of mind, in the right state of being. So you may experience in the Great Pyramid different kinds of time and space fluctuations. It's not unusual.
All right. That's cool. Another question I have, I use a pendulum as a permission slip to have a communication with my higher mind, higher self.
Yes.
Is that a good tool to use?
Well, you're attracted to use it, so I guess it works for you.
All right. But then there are times when I use it as a yes or no.
Yes.
Mhm. Sometimes,
no.
sometimes it's very accurate and sometimes it's not. So I'm really like,
Well,
not
again, you are being trained to learn how to tell for yourself, to discern for yourself what path to take. So the idea is that sometimes it will seem to be in alignment and sometimes it won't, to give you the opportunity to practice knowing the difference of what path to take without the pendulum. Because it's not about always relying on the pendulum. It's about relying on yourself. So the pendulum will also act as a teaching device so that you understand that you have the ability to tell the difference as to what path is correct for you, yes or no.
I see. Also,
So you have to rely more on your own abilities.
okay, about that. About relevance, how do we know? Is it just like following the formula that what is relevant or not?
Yes. Remember, one of the things about the formula is it activates the tool of relevance. Only the things that are relevant for you will pop up, or it will teach you how to tell the difference between what is and isn't relevant for you. You'll have better discernment, better sensing about that idea, which is what we were just talking about.
Right.
Remember, all permission slips also contain the idea of losing the need for the permission slip and relying mostly on yourself as the permission slip. So permission slips, when used properly, will render themselves obsolete eventually.
I do sometimes ask the question without the pendulum and then wait. I don't even need to wait really. In that instant, I hear within myself the answers. But then
Yes.
there are moments that I don't know if I'm doubting the answer or not, but
Yes, you probably are. But again, remember that doubt is simply a trust in something you don't prefer.
oh, okay.
So again, keep practicing. You'll get better at it.
Thank you.
Don't worry about the timing. Just keep practicing.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I have a question in regards to the energies in the Middle East.
We may or may not be able to answer this if it is of a political nature.
Well, I'm curious to know if there's a probability of changes of energy in that area.
Well, eventually, yes. But right now, the energy has changed into the energy of warfare and conflict. It has accelerated in that direction.
Are you able to tell me which direction this is going to go? Is it going to be more peaceful soon or?
It will be more negative before it is more positive. But it will reach a breaking point at some point in the near future, but not right away.
Let me see.
It has not reached its breaking point yet.
Are you able to tell me how much time that may take for that to?
We will see what happens in about 3 years, for there will be a large change for everyone in a particular direction that has to do with contact. But we cannot absolutely predict because things are still in fluctuation and the choices are still your choices, humanity's choices. That is all we are allowed to say about this.
Okay.
So we thank you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. One more question.
Yes.
Recently, me and a lot of my friends were experiencing a lot of like forgetfulness or just forgetting things a lot. Does that
You're learning to live more in the present where you will know what you need to know when you need to know it and not rely on the idea of memory as you have known it in the past.
oh, I like that.
All right.
Thank
So
you so much, Bashar. Is there anything else?
that is it. Thank you. Aveo.
Avail. Thank you.